Alright, so I think that is where I'm going to land for mounting the front half or the front portion of the body. We've got our bars in, so that rests really nicely. And then I use the front tab that was already there to hold the front in the right position. I think this is going to be a good spot for the body. So that's good. I was kind of concerned about that. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I think that's a good solution. We're going to go to the back next, but before we do that, I have to swap out this rear axle. Not only is it too low, so the frame is sitting on the ground right now, which isn't great for rolling. Also, the axle is warped, which we figured out. So I'm actually replacing everything, which I should have just, you guys know this, I should have built my own go-kart. But the axle right here is warped, so I got a new axle. I got a new sprocket that's smaller, because this sprocket will drag on the ground. It's almost the same size as these wheels. It's like an inch smaller. And what else did I get? Oh, and I got new bearings and carriers, so that's going to allow us to move the axle down. And we need new bearings, because our bearings are totally shot. So I guess that's going to be the next move. This feels pretty good. Let's put the hood on real quick. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so if you are just getting with us, we built this go-kart basically to a Powerwheels spec, and it works decently, but it touches the ground, and on top of touching the ground, the axle that came in it, which was a used axle, was bowed, and so we couldn't adjust our brakes very well, so they wouldn't stop very fast, and it was rattling everything, and it was just really bad. So, picked up a new axle, it's nice and shiny. We also picked up a sprocket, because our sprocket would basically be driving on the ground. Our wheels are like 11 inches and the sprocket's 10 inches. So it was very close with the chain on there. So we dropped down to a 40, do you remember what this was? 41 something tooth sprocket. I also destroyed the bearings, taking the bearings out or taking the old axle off, trying to save it. Giant waste of time. So we got some new bearings that should fit and hangers. So we're gonna use these to actually, we're going to lower our hanging position of our axle to actually raise the go-kart up probably like 2 inches. That should allow us to drive this thing in this video. Any thoughts?
Yeah, everything works.
Let's do it. Easier with this small sprocket. Okay, get the rest of the parts. Brake disc out. It is looking a lot more brake disky, isn't it, after being run?
So it may have to just get beat on and...
Yeah.
Does it have a wood look?
It does.
People interchange those terms a lot. I always use the tall and short gear terminology. Does that hurt your feelings at all?
It does, yeah.
Bring it out to do it, I have to do it in place. That's great.
It is great.
Like you already had it.
Let me get all up in business real quick. When you get ready to clip that on.
I was just calling it.
Why are you doing this after putting those in? You don't have enough forward play in it to put the bracket on first?
Right.
Checks.
Spark plug?
Check.
Fuel?
Probably.
Maybe. Hubs, keys in the hub.
There actually might be a little gas in that can now.
Bearing. Cool.
Will this
Done.
thing move? Yes.
This is on.
Cool.
Check.
Grab the brake. Hey, that didn't move much at all. That's great.
No, yeah, that movement is real short now.
Good. We might
One.
even actually back that out.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
A little nerve. Little...
Trying to get away from anything that'll fling off him in the face.
All right, here we go. What's that?
Oh, the choke. Okay.
Ready?
I'm not sure if the choke was on or off. Good.
Wait. Could something be in here? Would that make that noise? What is that noise?
Honestly, not 100% sure. Maybe that little bit off is getting it. I think it is. I think it's trying to,
Jump?
yeah.
Oh, because I see it. It's like
Right.
this way.
Kicked
So
out
we need
this
to come
way.
this way with
Right.
it?
So
All
we're
right.
just,
So it turns out our master link was on backwards.
yeah.
Evidently that's a thing. So we flipped it around and
Okay. Doing this again. Got it.
alright. Ready? Yeah? Okay. Oh, that was bad on the old
Are you
shoulder.
ready?
Camera rotator cuff. Here we go. Cool.
Final assembly. Put it on the ground.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So we've got everything on. The back is completely done and it doesn't touch the ground, which is great. The front we had to go run and get some nuts for because we lost ours. And so we got these. We've also got to move the wheels out a little bit more in the front because of basically the axles they're like flattened out, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, like where it used to ride on the axle, it flattened out all the threads.
Right. So we can only screw these in so far. So we're going to screw them in as much as we can and then push these out so they ride in the same spot as the old wheels. And we should be ready to drive this thing. Something like that. Yeah. Close your eyes.
Flip my hood down.
Alright, heads up. It's so much faster than I thought it was going to be.
It's so hard not to get the gas and the brake.
Like, at the same time?
Yeah.